In this section, we're going to talk about interclass teaching tools and techniques. In the previous video, I described the general principles of teaching the 6-year-olds, and now we will examine the tools and the techniques we use in Interclass. And the first important tool is, of course, a textbook. In the textbooks we use, you see one example here, we use, first of all, colorful images, pictograms, categories, but also it's important to know that we use the principle of recycling vocabulary, when the students always go back to what they have learned. And if you remember this from the previous lecture, textbook is also a reference tool. By this I mean that every time we don't remember, or the students don't remember well this or that set of vocabulary, we can go back to the textbook and review the vocabulary. Next important tool is the classroom map. In the classroom map, the vocabulary is grouped by categories, and the classroom map is referred to for many years, until the students know the vocabulary well, or if it is necessary, because sometimes, even at advanced levels, they don't remember simple things. The classroom map you see in the slide represents animals, and the categories are pretty advanced. I mean that we talk not only about the groups of animals, but also about vertebrates, invertebrates. We can talk about their body parts, we can talk about the groups animals live in, but you should understand that such classroom map will be learned during 5-7 years, and it will always be in the classroom for the reference. A part of early learning is a vocabulary card. We use vocabulary cards not only to review the vocabulary, but also to develop language awareness. In this card, you see that there is an orange and the pictogram above it. This pictogram shows that the orange is an object, and different cards can be used to be combined into the sentences, and that is how we develop language accuracy. These wonderful tools are nothing without portfolio and speaking maps. Speaking maps and portfolio maps are stored in the student's portfolio. They are a part of the whole course, but usually we just hand them out, and we can hand them in, but very often students want to keep them. These maps, they use the vocabulary, but it is grouped with the help of pictograms, and that is how, by tracing this pictograms, students can talk about this or that object, they can describe weather, they can do the class routines, and so on and so forth. In this video, we observed the interclass teaching tools, which include a textbook or a course book, again, It is built on the principle of a reference book. Students can always go back and refer to it, to some topics. We are using the classroom maps where the vocabulary is given in the categories, and the vocabulary presents this or that topic. The classroom maps has the elements of vocabulary which are presented in vocabulary cards, and vocabulary cards also contain pictograms, and the pictograms, the vocabulary and the elements of the classroom map make the maps for speaking. Using these maps for speaking, the students can describe an object or can talk on the topics.